presidential election is one of the most important events for America. However, the election day is on a Tuesday that is work day for most of the country. It is not fair that one of the most important days in the country is not seen as such. Election day can decide how the country is run and should be seen by the government and the American people as a day of significant importance. Now that you've heard a little bit about what I'm talking to you about, here's the issue. Not enough people are voting in American elections. According to the U.S. Census Bureau's data on non-voters, registered voters from households making more than $150,000 are most likely to say yes, to say they don't have time to turn out on election day. Voting is on a workday that the majority of people will not have off, thus most families cannot easily afford to take a day off to vote. Not being able to vote is a severe problem because it not only affects you, but it affects the nation as a whole. The two presidential candidates can have views that coincide with your own or radically denounce the values that you have. Not being able to vote will make it so that your opinion is not heard. I'm sure that some of you have had work on election day and felt that you couldn't make it out to a voting site due to your work. Voting is a major event, can change how the country is ran. Your vote can change the outcome of an election, and you should have the right to cast it. Now that you've heard why not being able to vote is a problem, here is a potential fix. Make the election day a national holiday. Making election day a national holiday will allow more people to vote because it provides an opportunity for people who work long hours or multiple jobs to vote. Having a national holiday allows people who want to vote but cannot due to work or other responsibilities the opportunity to. Senator Bernie Sanders states that in America we should be celebrating our democracy and doing everything possible to make it easier for people to participate in the political process. Having a national holiday on election day creates opportunities for people to vote that would otherwise be working. In the case study by Caitlin Bradfield and Paul Johnson, they state that if Americans' low voter turnout in the United States is cause for concern, which we believe it must be, then the solution should be to create a national holiday for election day. Doing so, we believe, will minimize many of the largest barriers to voting. South Korea has their election day as a holiday, which Tobias James, a senior lecturer in British and comparative politics at the University of East Anglia, United Kingdom, states that election day itself is a public holiday, which James estimates to increase the chances of a person voting from 6 to 9 percentage points. Now that you know about the solution, here's an example of the solution in action. In the study, the effect of making election day a holiday, an original survey, and a case study of French presidential elections applied to the U.S. voting system. The authors Caitlin Bradfield and Paul Johnson conducted a case study comparing France and the United States, two countries that are institutionally similar, in an effort to predict how voter turnout in the United States would change if election day was designated as a national holiday. They found a 50% increase in potential voter turnout among low-income individuals who cite work or too busy as the primary reason they were unable to vote. Among high-income individuals, they found a national holiday would potentially increase turnout a full 55% among high-income voters who fail to vote due to work or too busy. Now that you understand both the problem and the solution, here's what I want you to do. Please go to the website. I'll provide a link below, then read and sign Bernie Sanders' bill. Thank you, and have a good night.